welcome to Whale Talk by Ice Lighting. In this video, I am going to show you all the add-ons I use for pet battles. So lots of people ask me this question and it's not easy to explain in one line of text. So if I did a video on it, I thought this might help. So this is the standard pet battle screen. So this is your pet journal. If you've never used an add-on for pets, this is what yours will look like now. It's got basic sorting options, and when you hover over a pet you want to battle, it just tells you whether you've collected it or not. And when you actually go into a battle, this is the normal screen you will get. So the first of the three that I use is Pet Battle Master. So this was the first add-on I ever got, and you'll see the tooltip is still exactly the same. It gives you no extra information. However, the collection screen is now different. I am now able to create teams. So since you might want to battle the same thing over and over again, you can create a team and be able to select it by just dragging them over and hitting create team. You can then name it and add an icon. So this was the original one that I used, and I found this great. It was really helpful, and when you went into a battle, you were then able to see by this little movable screen here at the bottom which pet you had up and whether it was good or not against the opposition. So again, this was an add-on I had since the really early days, and I always enjoyed using that. My favorite part of it is when you finish a battle, you now have all your teams up the top and the really important resurrection button without having to open anything new. So you can see here, if I was doing like one of the challenges, all my teams were already set up. I just had to flick to the next one without opening additional screens. As I started to do more pet battles, I then brought in Pokemon Trainer. So Pokemon Trainer has several different versions. The one that I've got in at the moment is NG. Now you'll see here there is absolutely no different in the collection screen. So you can see I've still got the other one now open. So that's why I have those both. But the tooltip is now different. When I hover over the thing I want to attack, I can see whether the team I have ready is actually going to be any good. You can see the green arrows are showing me that one of my pets is going to be great, the other two are just blur. No red, so they're still a good sign. Now, when you actually go into the battle, this is when it's different. I can see the pets I'm battling, I can see which ones of mine need to come out for which ones. It also shows me on their side which of their spells are going to do extra damage against my pets. And if you hover over those spells, it actually tells you what they are and if they've got a cooldown, so when they might use it again. So next up, I now also use Rematch. So Rematch is like a better version of the Battle Pet Master, and you will see here that there's a tick down here to turn it on and off, and it basically allows you to do teams again, but your filter now gives you a million different options. So you can, for example, if you're doing the aquatic battler, you can make sure it only shows you the aquatics, and it only shows you the aquatics that are good against flying, for example. It allows me to sort it via tabs, so you can see here I no longer have that massive long list. I can literally go through them. I can get to my pet bandages without opening my bag, my hat without going into my toy box, and it has a queue for leveling. So you add your pets to this queue, and this means you now don't have to search through anything. They're already there, and you can create a leveling team. And you see these big blue arrows? Those are the pets that will swap in and out. So what you do with this is you tell it to level the pet or not level in this slot, and what happens is when that pet reaches 25, the next one is slotted in. You don't have to do anything as long as there's someone in your queue. So that is really useful, especially if you're leveling a whole bunch of pets, especially if you're doing the snails in Zaralik Caverns. Really useful, highly recommend it. Now, the next thing I think that's great is it talks about the target. So right now I'm targeting this Boulder Fang, and it has no saved teams. So this means I don't actually have to flick through my tabs. If I go up to something that I've already got a team for, I can then hit load. Now, like I'm showing you now, all these ones have load. I can load other ones that are for different things if I need to, but it'll just bring up the exact one you need when you're hovering over, when you've clicked on that and opened up the collections. when you go into a battle, there's no difference whatsoever. So you can see why I'm running the 3. They all have things that I really like, but none of them have bundled them all together. So I hope you found this video useful. As always, thanks for watching and subscribe to see what else I'm up to.